Soto is having a magnificent season.
Those numbers are MVP numbers.
He's going to be in that conversation.
Guess what? It's gone. Adios, amigo.
Soto does it again.
He is an absolute machine.
Does he make the play? He does.
How do you like that?
Oh, put a star on that one.
You know, why wouldn't you smile if you're able to do this?
We continue to watch greatness. Oh, is he good? Oh, do we love Soto.
Oh, you know, he's tough not to like. I guess it depends on which team you like. Dan Plesac, Matt Yaloff here with MLB Tonight. How about Soto? He's a showman.
It is a good place to be right now to be Juan Soto, right? You've got at least 5 big market teams that are in, both New York teams. You have the Dodgers that are supposedly in, the Red Sox in, and the Blue Jays supposedly in. Good to be him right now.
Yeah, and Sean McAdam of the Boston Globe reports that there's a good chance that he could be done and signed or at least agreed upon before the winter meetings begin. John Morosi, our own guy, John Morosi, Juan Soto, offers from 5 teams. Dan, you went through Red Sox, L.A., Mets, Yankees, Toronto. Real quick, pick one, the best option.
Most probable, hashtag LGM, let's go Mets.
Okay.
I think that's where he's going. I think they're going to be the highest bidder, and I think that eventually will land Juan Soto.
Okay, Brendan Cuddy, and we'll see. We'll talk about it in a minute. Offers for Juan Soto are expected to go through multiple rounds, a league source tells The Athletic. First round is expected to be a preliminary round meant to gauge genuine interest from all parties. The following offers, rounds, which could start around next week, are expected to become increasingly more serious, weeding out candidates and seemingly point toward a winter meetings-ish decision time frame. All right, so let's get into this now. We set it up. We look, the guy is a generational hitter. There's no doubt. He's 26. He didn't turn 26 until after the regular season. What are we looking at?
Okay, there are several things that make this player attractive, but you touched on it, number 26. Very rarely has a game changer, and if you don't believe he's a game changer, look at what he did for the Yankees in 2024. Listen, they would have not gotten to the World Series, and I don't know if they would have had as good of a season as they has. He was a difference maker. But the age 26 thing, to me, Matt, is the big key. You're going to get several really good years out of this guy in his prime. When he can still run, he can still play outfield. Listen, if you really want to put a grade on him, like he's an average defender, he's an average base runner, but that bat is like no other left-handed bat outside of Shohei Ohtani. He can do a lot of different things. He's a gate attraction. He's already proven he can handle the pressure of playing in a big market. He seemed to enjoy being a Yankee. I know Yankee fans that you and I both talked to, they all want him back. They desperately want him back. But I think there's a realization that there's a team about 20 miles away in Queens that might be able to outspend the Yankees. And I think it's going to eventually come down to the Yankees and or the Mets. And if he's going to go where the most money is, I think he'll end up being a Met.
And that would be because Steve Cohen has what we believe is unlimited money, and here he is, the Mets owner.
Well, you know, listen, we're going to find out. It's either yes or no, right? There's no in between, and time will tell.
Anthony DiComo joins us right now of MLB.com. So, Anthony, you're in the know, so add to the conversation, please, on Soto.
Look, I just think this is a player that the Mets very desperately want. And I think if you look at it the other way and picture an offseason in which the Mets don't get Juan Soto, what does that look like? How does it look like a success? It becomes a much more difficult path. You're probably talking at that point like some combination of Pete Alonso and a bunch of pitching, which would be a good offseason, no doubt. But would it be Juan Soto? Would it be a player who really has the potential like no other player to increase the ceiling of this team? This is an organization, a franchise, an owner that desperately wants to win, that, as you guys mentioned, really has no financial restraints towards winning. Juan Soto is the one guy who can do it. I just think they're the most motivated team. And if it really, truly does come down to one of these bidding wars where it's, let's see who blinks first, I just don't think Steve Cohen's going to blink. I think the Yankees, I think the Blue Jays, I think the Dodgers, all these other teams, they blink first in my mind.
Okay. Well, look, I think if it is about I want the most money, it would be hard to disagree with you. Welcome back, everybody, to MLB Tonight. We're joined now by Harold Reynolds and Buck Showalter. Guys.
All right, thanks, guys. Man, I am so excited about this, Buck. How many people have asked you about the Yankee-Dodger World Series?
During the inning itself, there was a lot of phone calls there, and I was like, it's painful. I had a hard time watching it, Harold. I did, because you know how much it meant to everybody. You just, oh, gosh, it hurt to watch.
I'm glad you said the inning, because we're going to go to Game 5 and go back to the 5th inning.
And the Yankee fans are going to need a fifth of something to watch this, I'm telling you.
Well, we're going to dissect it because there's so many great things that happen here that I think people miss. One, nobody visited the mound while they were struggling.
Hold on, they did. There were 3 visits at mound in it. The catcher / Rizzo made 2. The pitching coach made a visit. There were 3, and they're legally you can't make anything else. So, you know, that stuff about why didn't they make a mound visit? They did it 3 times.
Well, you're going to see.
The next one you made, you'd had to take Cole out, and then you would have had a real problem.
You're going to see MVP Freddie Freeman of the World Series come up with a big knock, and you're going to see Teoscar Hernandez hit a double, and that ties the game. But who was the MVP of the inning in your mind?
I got to tell you,
because I got to play that thing to change it all.
MVP of that inning for me was Kiki Hernandez. He did 3 things, which we'll show you as we get into, that go unnoticed. And actually, they're real hard to quantify analytically.
Okay, hold on. Don't tell them. Let's just go to you ready to go to video? All right, let's go.
You wonder why this guy's wanted on teams?
5-0.
Okay, number 1 he did was he took the invincibility away from Cole. He's the first guy to get a hit, okay? There have been 12 outs he had recorded. That took the air out of, oh, geez, we don't even have a hit. So the whole karma of that game changed a little bit. We have a chance when he got a line drive base hit, number 1.
Okay, so Cole's got a no-hitter going. He threw a breaking ball for ball 1. Kike, here's the knock you're talking about. To right field, boom, base hit.
Now, the whole dugout right now goes, okay. We're not going to get no hit in the World Series.
All right, so we got Kike on first.
And by the way, this guy over here behind him, the first base coach, by the way, is now the new manager of the Miami Marlins. He's going to play something here, too. The number 1 thing I would do if I'm playing the Dodgers, I'd ask them to get their first base coach in the box, and I'll show you why.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a second. We're going to point out so many unique things, all right? So now we get Edman at the plate. I love this here. He's got an 0-2 count. Ball's going to be a fastball away. He fouls it off, and you think, big deal. No, it is a big deal. So I want you to look at Kike Hernandez. Look at his secondary lead.
Exactly.
He gets this secondary lead right here.
Every time.
Every time. So now this ball's hit the center field to Aaron Judge. What's he going to do? He's got no errors in center field in his career. And I don't think he had an error this season until that one right there. Because Kike Hernandez is getting this great secondary lead on all the pitches, Judge peeks at him.
Harold, this whole inning, they put pressure on. You force errors when you make major league players, professional athletes, operate at a speed you're not comfortable with. Base running does that.
And you see him peeking to first, maybe get a quick double play. Okay, trying to do too much. It's 5-0, guys.
But the base running part of this, watch Kike Hernandez not turn his head. He continues to look and not assume that Judge is going to catch this ball. First base coach will point him to, but a lot of guys don't look. I'm telling you, 8 out of 10 guys are forced at second base, Harold.
That's the biggest part of this whole play, Buck. I'm going to see that again for you. When he goes back, most guys do what? You're going straight to the base like this.
They turn
He
the other way.
stayed with his head on the ball. And now, because of that, you don't have time to hear that coach yell, second. He got
There's a visit. There's a visit by Rizzo.
There was one of the visits. All right, so we got first and second. We got no outs.
That's 2 things Kiki's brought already in this inning.
I want you to point out, I want you to see the defense, all right? To me, let's stop it here right here for a second, guys. All right? The defense tells you what I want to do with the ball. The Yankees, to me, are in prevent defense. They're not in double play depth. That's too deep at short for double play.
Well, they're thinking at 5-0 in the 5th, just get an out.
Exactly.
You know, it's are you trying to win the game or keep from losing? So the other part of this, Harold, look at the first base coach where he is next to the coaching box. Now, you know how much trust you have to have in a first base coach as a base runner to know that I can get out there as far as I do, because he's going to put pressure on Volpe not to be able to get the force at second base because of his primary and his secondary lead.
Because he can now get a bigger lead, and you got this guy watching
But you've got to trust your first base coach in order to get out there. A lot of guys don't.
I like that point. Okay, let's go. This is the ground ball. Ends up being Volpe. But look where the defense is at. Again, to me, it's set up. You got to get it out. The Yankees are playing for one.
Stop. Okay, there's 2 or 3 things. He's got to make a decision when this ball hits his glove. And
all right, let's go back
right there. Now he's got to make a decision. Okay, and the runner at first base has already shown him he's going to be quick. Does he have a force at second? Maybe in a bang-bang play. Smith, who runs well for a catcher, don't just say because he's a catcher, it's going to be a bang-bang play at first base too. So I don't have a problem necessarily with his decision of where to throw the ball. I'm not 100% sure after looking at the overhead, which we will.
This is what I love about baseball, because I have a problem with it. Mm-hmm. I think he's got to, if you're already playing deep, back him up just a little bit, guys, and then we're going to dive into it in a second. Look how deep he's coming from. Now, if he's thinking about going to first base, you're going to cut that ball and throw it to first. But the other thing he can do right here is just keep coming towards me and flip it underhand. Just keep coming. All right, that's the other thing. Let's roll the tape a little bit more.
But number 3 with Kiki Hernandez, watch his angle coming into third to take away the angle a lot of the throw.
Excellent job.
That's not straight to third base. Some people think he's trying to turn in case the ball goes through.
Run it back just a little bit, guys. You can see the arc that Kiki takes.
Because he normally would have been in here.
Yeah, back it up just a little bit more. And you're going to see this great angle he's able to take. Okay.
How is that quantified, the 3 things that he's doing this inning, Harold?
You can't quantify it. That's a ball player, just making plays happen. He took away the angle and forced Jazz to have to pick a ball.
I'm not sure Jazz could see the ball where he was.
Yeah. Let's keep it going. We got a lot more on this play. So we'll go through this again. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. So here's the ground ball again. Just keep it rolling, guys. We're fine. All right? Now you're going to see where this ball, again, Volpe, if he keeps coming, I think, because a skip hop kind of set another step for the runner. But right here, here's what I'm saying, Buck. Freeze it right there. He's dead at first. If he comes up and throws, he's dead at first. But he's got to be thinking it before the ball's hit.
Because once he makes a commitment to third, the other 2 guys are
go ahead, keep on going across. Or you go to second. Now, I think second might be even closer with this. It's going to be a little more of a bang-bang play. So I like first base. The whole key here for me, though, get an out.
Harold, let me say this, though. If they had been at double play depth, is that a base hit that gets through? There's 2 ways to look at that.
Could be. And in this case, you're playing for outs, so I get it. All right. Garrett Cole was still electric, folks. He's bringing 99 at Gavin Lux. See you later. Blew him away.
Well, he was done after this inning anyway. He threw 31.
There's 1 out. All right. Now you got Otani, who has not been able to swing the bat. There it is. And then a breaking ball. This is John Smoltz's best comment in the whole World Series. Listen to this right here.
This is where it gets hard. He's gone way in the tank to get these 2 strikeouts. You cannot think you're 1 more out away. You just have to block it out and make pitches.
That's
a great point.
Oh, that's a Hall of Fame pitcher who's been in this situation.
First at bat.
First at bat with Mookie, hits the cue ball the first. Look what Mookie's looking at. Can I beat Garrett Cole? Because it's a foot race between you and the pitcher.
It shouldn't surprise you that Cole wasn't there.
Now here's the big play here in the 5th. As this ball's cutting away, we'll see. We'll come down to so many things in this play. All right, we'll get into. But watch Mookie. Watch where this ball hits. I want you to look at this. It hits just outside the chalk and comes back and starts to cue. This looks like the Garrett Cole. It's going straight to the first baseman like the first inning. Oh, now it's beat because it cues on him. Look at this arc this ball
great.
took.
Is this great? Here, look at this. That's what you're dealing with. And the ball jutted back towards the second base bag at the very end. When I first saw this, I faulted Rizzo a little bit. The more I've watched it, no. If you've ever caught a cue spinning ball, you hate coming through that ball because it's moving. It's like trying to catch a knuckleball. So I don't have a problem with how he fielded, especially at the end.
I'm with you.
I just think the pitcher.
The last thing he wants is to become Bill Buckner.
Yeah.
You're running in and that ball cues through you.
But Harold, let me make this point. When your best players play the game right, Kiki Hernandez runs the ball out. Mookie Betts, look at him. A lot of guys say, oh, I hit it off the end of the bat in a key situation and they're half, what, and down the line. Not this guy. And you wonder why everybody loves this guy, because he makes his teammates want to please the way he plays.
No doubt. And then the hottest hitter on the planet at the time, Freddie Freeman, comes up and gets a knock. Here's the one thing. It's still 5-3.
Yeah, we're still right there.
You just need 1 out. You just need 1.
But there's a karma in this ballpark right now going, oh, my gosh, oh, my gosh, oh, my gosh, what are we watching?
And then this was a big hit. Nothing for Aaron Judge to do. He had an amazing catch already in this game. Just not able to get this ball, and here they come. Now you're tied up. And the other thing about it.
Well, Cole didn't even get off the mound to back up.
He didn't get off the mound.
At that point, he's probably gassed.
Probably gassed. He's going to get the last out that he needs to get. Again, there's
another visit.
Another visit. So they had 3 mound visits for those that think they don't. Gets the ground ball to hot hitter Kike Hernandez. That's it. Now you come back, you get Stanton gets a sac fly. The Yankees still go ahead in this game.
Good point.
But there were so many things. The big takeaway for me, it's 5-0. Play your outs. And I thought that was the biggest thing. They didn't play for outs. They played for, Russian plays and everything else. I think that's the biggest takeaway.
I just love watching the Dodgers force errors by the way they run the bases. Okay, they put pressure every time. And as you're a fielder, Harold, when you're fielding the ball and the guy that hit it, he's busting it down the line. He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you're playing a little quicker tempo. You don't have that margin for error. And that's why Betts and Kiki and the whole team, they base ran the Yankees in that series. And they know that. It's hard to watch because they had a great season, one of the best 2 teams in the world. But one inning got away from them.
Unraveled. And to me, hustle is a habit, and that's what the Dodgers did, and they won it because of that. Oh, that was a look at the 5th inning. Buck, that was outstanding.
Thanks for coming.
I love that.
God bless you.
All right, back to you guys.
Deserves a standing ovation. That was awesome. We're going to play Throw 'em in a Pen when Dan Plesac comes back. Tanner Scott is going to be in focus next.
今年の MLB シーズンを振り返ると、数えきれないほどの感動とドラマが詰まった素晴らしいシーズンだったことがわかりますね。選手たちが見せた卓越したプレー、熱い戦い、そしてチームが繰り広げた戦略的な駆け引きは、私たちファンに深い印象を与えてくれました。そしてシーズンが終わりを迎え、今度はオフシーズンに突入しました。これからの移籍市場や新しい戦略に目を向けると、また新たな興奮が待ち受けているのではないでしょうか。特にファン外選手をめぐる移籍争奪戦は多くのファンにとって最大の注目ポイントと言えるでしょう。外選手は世代を代表する打者としてその才能と実績でリーグを席巻してきました。彼がわずか26歳という若さで市場に登場したことは、移籍市場全体を揺るがすほどのインパクトをもたらしています。現在、ヤンキース、メッツ、ドジャース、レッドソックス、ブルージェイズといった名だたるビッグチームが彼を獲得するために激しい争奪戦を繰り広げています。このような競争の結果、どのチームが最終的に彼を迎え入れるのか、そして外選手がその新しい環境でどのような活躍を見せるのか、今から期待が膨らむばかりです。また、外選手だけでなく、他のスター選手たちもフシーズンの注目を集めています。例えば、ピート・アロンソ選手やネイサン・エボルディ選手といった選手たちの動向も重要な話題です。これらの選手が新たなチームに移籍することで、そのチームの戦力が大きく変わる可能性があり、これがリーグ全体の構図にどのような影響を与えるのかを見届けるのは、ファンとしての楽しみの一つです。今シーズンの試合を振り返ると、選手たちの個々の努力や戦略が試合結果にどれほど大きな影響を与えるかを改めて実感しました。例えば、キキ・ヘルナンデス選手が見せた素晴らしい走塁技術は、ヤンキースとの試合において流れを完全に変えました。彼の正確な判断と走塁スピードが相手守備陣に大きなプレッシャーを与え、試合結果を左右する重要な要因となりました。また、フレディ・フリーマン選手が見せた決定的なヒットや、ムーキー・ベッツ選手の常に全力でプレーする姿勢も、ドジャースの強さを象徴するものでした。このようなプレーは、単なる技術だけでなく、精神的なタフネスやチームとしての結束力を示すものであり、ファンとして非常に感銘を受ける瞬間でした。さらに、ガレット・コール選手のような選手たちの奮闘も見逃せないポイントです。彼の力強い投球は、ヤンキースのエースとしての威厳を示しましたが、ドジャースが与える終始一貫したプレッシャーの中で、ヤンキース全体が徐々に 崩れていく様子も興味深いものでした。この試合の第5回では、選手たちの細かい判断や行動が試合結果に直接影響を与える様子が際立ち、戦略の重要性を再確認させられました。そして、これからのオフシーズンでは、さらに多くのドラマが展開されることでしょう。不安外選手の移籍先だけでなく、多くの選手たちが新たな環境で新しい挑戦を始める姿が見られるはずです。また、各チームがどのように戦力を補強し、来シーズンに向けた準備を進めていくのかも注目ポイントです。メッツのように資金面での制限がないとされるチームがどのような動きを見せるのか、また、若手選手の台頭やベテラン選手の復活といった要素も非常に興味深いですね。最後に、皆さんは今シーズンでどの瞬間が最も心に残っていますか？また、これからのオフシーズンにどんな期待を抱いていますか？ぜひコメント欄で教えてください。この動画が少しでも楽しんでいただけたなら、いいねとチャンネル登録もお忘れなく、これからも MLB の最新ニュースやハイライト、そして興奮の瞬間をお届けしていきますので、引き続き応援をよろしくお願いします。一緒に MLB の世界を楽しみ、盛り上げていきましょう。